The Porsche brand is a big name in the car world, known for the unique sound of its powerful engines that represent strength and excitement. Named after the famous designer Ferdinand Porsche, this family-run company has created legendary cars like the 356 and 911 sports cars, as well as race cars like the 550 Spider and 917. In this video, see how Porsche keeps leading the way with its iconic designs, thrilling performance, advanced safety features, and cutting-edge entertainment technology. Find out how Porsche stands out against other luxury brands. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell button so you won't miss any of our videos. Ferdinand Porsche was born in September 1875 in a small town within the Austro-Hungarian Empire in what is now the Czech Republic. Back then, most people traveled by trains, horse-drawn carriages, or bicycles, and cars were just starting to appear in a few places. Ferdinand's father owned a blacksmith shop, and while Ferdinand learned about the work, he wasn't interested in taking it on. He was focused on his studies, hoping to build a different future. When he was 14, however, his older brother passed away. Ferdinand had to leave school to work in his father's shop full-time, taking on the duties of the eldest child. These were hard times for him, as he didn't enjoy the work. But he found a new passion: electricity. At that time, candles and gas lamps were still used for lighting, though electric lights were beginning to spread. Ferdinand became fascinated with this new invention and started tinkering with electric circuits in his attic whenever he had the chance. Ferdinand's father wasn't happy about his fascination with electricity and often told him to stop focusing on what he saw as a pointless interest. But when he saw just how dedicated Ferdinand was, he decided to support him by enrolling him in the Imperial Technical School of Reichenberg to study engineering. Ferdinand quickly grasped the basics, and within a few months, he managed to build an electric generator and set up electric lights throughout their home. By then, his father couldn't deny his son's talent and finally allowed him to follow his passion. Neither of them realized that this new direction would lead Ferdinand to play a major role in the future of the car industry. In 1893, at 18, Ferdinand left home and got his first job at Bella Egger & Company, a company in Vienna that specialized in electric machinery. His skills as an engineer quickly stood out, and he was soon promoted to a leadership role. While working there, Ferdinand invented the company's first electric motor, which could connect directly to a vehicle's wheel to power it. At first, this motor was mainly used for bicycles, but Ferdinand began exploring other ideas for it. Around this time, the first cars appeared, creating tremendous excitement among the public and drawing the interest of engineers looking to enter this new field, including the young Ferdinand. After working for Bella Egger for 5 years, Ferdinand decided to leave and took a job with Jacob Lohner & Company. This company had stopped making carriages to focus on creating self-powered vehicles. At this new job, the 23-year-old Ferdinand used his electric motors to build his first car, the Porsche P1. This all-electric vehicle was made from a wooden frame and could travel around 49 miles on a single charge. Although designed for racing, its heavy lead-acid batteries limited its speed to just 21 miles per hour. During this time, cars weren't considered regular transportation. Instead, they were mainly built for racing and tested on tracks across Europe and America. Porsche kept improving his vehicle, and by 1900, he had added an internal combustion engine to power the electric motors. This created the first gasoline-electric hybrid car, called the Lohner Porsche Elektromobile. This innovative vehicle won several motorsport competitions and set speed records in Austria, reaching a maximum speed of 36 miles per hour. However, even though Porsche's hybrid car was an impressive engineering achievement and ahead of its time, it also highlighted why electric cars struggled for many years. Its limited range and heavy weight of almost 2 tons made it challenging to advance electric vehicles for a long time. Porsche's time with Lohner ended a few years later, and soon after, he joined Austro-Daimler as their chief designer. At that point, Daimler was a top company in modern combustion engines. Here, Porsche developed his first gasoline car, the Austro-Daimler Maya, in 1908. Working at Austro-Daimler was a key moment in his career, leading to his breakthrough in racing with the Austro-Daimler model 2780ths. This car had 85 horsepower and could reach 85 miles per hour. It was specifically made for the famous Prince Henry trial race in 1910, where it secured first, second, and third place. This success boosted Porsche's reputation and earned him the title of professor at the company. When World War I started in 1914, there was a great need for war supplies all over Europe, and Austro-Daimler contributed by providing machinery to the Austro-Hungarian army. Porsche also got involved and made a name for himself by designing advanced military aircraft, airship engines, and artillery tractors like the M17 Goliath. His contributions helped him become known as one of the leading engineers of his era. When the war concluded in 1918, Ferdinand Porsche returned to designing race cars. By 1922, he produced another model called the Austro-Daimler Sascha. Porsche thought that making a smaller vehicle would allow his cars to outperform those with larger engines. He put the Sascha to the test, and surprisingly, it won an impressive 43 out of 53 races, including the Targa Florio in 1922. In the following year, Ferdinand relocated to Stuttgart, the capital of Germany at that time, where he took on the role of technical director and chief engineer for the Daimler division. This division eventually merged with Benz & CE to become Daimler-Benz. During his time at Daimler-Benz, Porsche designed the luxurious Mercedes-Benz S-Series, which laid the groundwork for high-performance sports cars suitable for racing and everyday driving. In 1928, he unveiled one of his era's fastest and most impressive sports cars, the Mercedes-Benz SSK. The SSK, short for Supersport Kurz, had a 7.1-liter six-cylinder engine that generated between 200 and 300 horsepower. Even the least powerful models could reach 190 kilometers per hour, while the versions with 300 horsepower could go as fast as 235 kilometers per hour. The SSK became a champion, winning the 500 miles of Argentina in 1929, and then it achieved more victories at the Cordoba Grand Prix races in 1929 and 1930, as well as the 1930 Irish Grand Prix. Its success continued with several Grand Prix wins, culminating in 1931 when it took first place at the Mille Miglia race. At that time, it was recognized as the world's best, fastest, and most valuable sports car. Porsche also created a more streamlined version called the Trossi Roadster, known for its eye-catching design, which further solidified his reputation as one of the greatest car designers of his time. Before long, Ferdinand Porsche grew weary of constant disagreements with the Mercedes-Benz board, so he decided to move on. He joined a different car company, which soon folded under the strain of the Great Depression, leaving Porsche without work. Despite the tough economy, he made a daring choice to establish his own car company, Porsche GmbH. He brought many trusted former colleagues to join him, including his son, Ferry Porsche, who shared his father's interest in engineering and showed strong talent, often going the extra mile to prove his skills. At first, Porsche GmbH didn't focus on making cars with its name. Instead, the company provided consulting and created engines for other car manufacturers. Despite Ferdinand's respected reputation in Germany, clients were scarce. The nation was still recovering from the aftermath of World War I, and private cars weren't in high demand. Just as the business faced challenges getting off the ground, an unexpected letter arrived, setting the company on a new and transformative path. What do you think happened to Ferdinand Porsche and his company that significantly changed his and Ferry's lives? Click part 2 of this video to find out how Ferdinand dealt with this change. For more exciting videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification button to stay updated on the latest.